Okay, great job with the backswing. I'm seeing for the first time this is starting to get more kind of on your hand, on your hands going back, excuse me. And so I'm used to seeing it kind of out here and underneath a lot. It's starting to look like it's tracing more up and down the same plane now. It's still a little underneath, obviously, and I know you feel that. And so I want to tell you why. And so when we looked at how this backswing works, remember I put the lines on the ground and I was kind of tracing, you know, all the different positions as you go up. So this first checkpoint, the club covers the hands. This second checkpoint, I've used this push back and this, a little bit of this unwinding of the ribs to get my arms deep. So now my arms or my hands cover my right bicep. Then we go up to the top of the backswing. Okay, we're in a good spot. Now what happens in your golf swing is immediately in transition, your front shoulder, so your right shoulder, my left shoulder, starts to raise. So it goes like this. And you can see the more that this left side raises, the more this right side dips under. And so how do we get the club back in front of us so that we can straighten this right arm onto the back of the ball and cover it better with the back side, or your left shoulder, my right shoulder, is in transition, we've got to try to keep this shoulder down. And what happens is if this shoulder goes down and left, my hands come this way, or they shoot out in front of me. If my left shoulder raises, everything tips under in this direction. So from face-on view, it looks like this. And I want you to do this slow in a mirror so you can feel this. So taking it up, 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 up. This left shoulder, down, and left gets the arms back out in front. Now from here, all I have to do is fire that right pec, that right shoulder, that right wrist, that right elbow, and I'm right on top of it. Bang. So we can cover it and start to hit those little fades. If this starts to raise in transition, everything gets this way, and then from here, the club's behind you, so you have to roll your forearms to square things up. If we can get this left shoulder, or your right shoulder, down and around, then you can fire the arms differently and get the club more out, because if this left shoulder is going down, my hands shoot out. So now they were covering my right bicep going back, then I loaded up to the top, then this left shoulder went down. Now my hands are this way of my right bicep. So, play with that feel. You can do it slowly, but we've got to get this front side of your body down and left so that the arms can shoot out, and then you can fire it on top of the ball, and it'll kick your path. It'll kick your path more out here so that when you fire, the club's coming more on top of your right or your back forearm, your left. So more on top of this back forearm versus a little underneath this back forearm, and then the hands releasing out to left field. So let me know your thoughts on this. Great job so far. The backswing looks perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. Just keep monitoring it, and then let me know how we can get these hands back out in front, because it's going to probably take, you know, a concerted effort of a few weeks, but working on the same stuff to get the path right so that you can start to hit those low fades. And once you've got the low fade, you'll know, okay, if the ball's starting to your right and coming back, well, the path has to be different. So play around, keep going with the low fades, and we'll get both ends of the spectrum sort of dialed in, because if you look at high draws one end of the spectrum, low fades the other end of the spectrum. So if you're stuck in high hook, the quickest way to neutralize that is to go toward low fade for a little while. I hope this helps. Thanks, Neil.